morning. Thank you.
Warren, just tell us, what is your main objection today?
The proposed legislation tries to limit the amount of display space in our retail stores. Now, we are a legal enterprise. We do pay our taxes. We're in high traffic centers, and the limiting of tobacco products is going to hinder our business. They're allowing us 4 square meters as a specialist store, and our objection to it is that as a specialist store, when you walk into a tobacconist, you expect to find a range of tobacco products and smoking accessories and tobacco-related products. And to have these kind of high traffic locations and high rentals and be limited to 4 square meters it's placing a handicap, as well as it's preventing people from making choices because half the products wouldn't be on display. The other issue is that only the market leaders would be on display, and as a result, this could actually lead to anti-competitive behavior because the market leaders would get stronger as a result.
Warren, surely the idea behind it is a sort of a safety issue. What are your thoughts on smoking being dangerous and then smoking amongst teenagers?
Okay, I don't advocate smoking amongst teenagers, and smoking, there's no discussion that smoking is not a healthy occupation. It does and has been proven to cause damage to people's health. However, it is a life choice, very much like eating fast foods is a life choice. We all know that if you had to binge on fast foods for your whole life, you will probably die of high cholesterol from a stroke or heart attack. So, yet you don't see McDonald's being limited with the amount of display space that they can put on their burgers, and yet they want to bring this into, I think, it's like walking into a bottle store and not being able to display your products, and they only have 4 square meters of alcohol on display. It seems draconian, rather impose restrictions that prevent under 18s walking into a tobacconist, because that's what you want. You do not want teenagers and people under the age of 18 being exposed to the product. So rather make it a specialist tobacconist, exempt them from the Act, but put an age restriction on that they can adhere and that can be policed.
Warren, just tell us about the international benchmarks. How has this kind of ban affected your industry in other countries? How has it affected sales? And how do you believe this will affect you and your industry in this country?
Okay, it's never really, no measures like this have ever actually curbed the amount of smoking. They have gone black markets in some countries where the product is not allowed to be displayed. It actually hasn't reduced the consumption of tobacco products. In markets with ours, where it wouldn't be a black market, it would be a limited market. I don't believe that it would reduce the consumption. I don't believe that it would reduce people taking up smoking. In terms of if the idea from a health point of view is to kind of protect the people from the smoking, which I can understand, but there's also an economic reality with it. If they had to achieve their objective and get everyone to stop smoking, where would they generate the extra 11 or 12 billion rand that they get from tobacco? Where would they get this from? They need to balance it, and they need to give people the freedom that is part of our Constitution that gives people choice.
Warren, I wanted to ask you about the state of the game right now with cheap and illegal imports and how it's affected business.
Well, the illegal imports is allegedly running in the region of about 20% of the market. Obviously, it reduces the income to government. It affects the real players who pay taxes. So it definitely it is a real issue, and of course that issue will actually get bigger and bigger. And as taxes go up and up, that issue will get bigger and bigger. Right now, 54% of the price of cigarettes is taxed. So if they had to reduce the consumption, they would have to increase the taxes, which would just make the illicit trade bigger and bigger. So it's a delicate situation. It's a difficult one for them to balance.
Thank you very much, Warren Dreyer. That's a tobacco retailer on the line there. Of course, the tobacco retailers are currently addressing the media on their objections to the proposed tobacco display regulations, and we'll give you an update through all of our other shows later today.